Stuart, you've been in place for 8 months or so now. How have you found it so far in the academy?
I've loved it. I've loved being part of Doncaster Rovers. It's been a really, really positive start from my tenure kind of in March. It's been really, really positive to meet all the staff, meet all the players, get a feeling for who we are as a club, where we're looking to go. It was a real planning and reflection element when I first came in, and because I started in March, it allowed us to have a few months before the new season started in July to really knuckle down and create a detailed programme to really support the players. But overall, I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Before we get into the meat of it, tell us a little bit about your background.
So I've kind of been across academy football for kind of 10 years. I had a spell at FIFA in the FA, and then worked at multiple clubs. Previous club was Macclesfield Football Club, but again worked in academy football for quite a long time.
And what does your job here entail?
So quite clearly I feel like my role here is obviously to lead the academy, to make sure that the staff are supported to develop the players and deliver the programme, and then we'll be constantly reassessing, reflecting on the programme to make sure it can be as best as it can be, to give every player that chance and to really just drive the staff every day to make sure every player does get that opportunity to develop.
Looking on, it seems that it's been a period of a real change for the academy.
A period of real change, but equally there's a fantastic foundation here. The facilities, who we are as an academy, the syllabus is as strong as ever. Big credit to Tony Cook previously, who's obviously moved on, and the foundations that a long period of staff have worked within the academy for to develop the players we have done for a long period of time. So there have been changes. I would see it as additions and progressions and evolutions through relationships, through building connections with different universities, with hopefully the community, and build a bit of a bridge between the community and the academy, and ultimately trying to get as many players through the first team as possible.
Talk to us then a bit about the structure, because you've got yourself who's overseeing everything, but then you've got the Steve Welsh who's overseeing the coaching side of things as well. How does it all come together?
We all work together, to be fair. We're all quite a close team of staff, and Steve does a great job in terms of driving the syllabus and driving the coaching and the standards and who we are from an academy point of view on the grass. Frank particularly really strong in terms of the 18s and having that understanding, the background to support players to get to the first team. But then ultimately we've got a strong multidisciplinary team with quite a lot of the interns supporting the programme across the different disciplines, to really again create a holistic programme for the players and not really give it lip service, really dive into the ILPs for the players, really give every player the best chance, but utilising all the resources and all the skills. And we often talk about the coaches, but there's a real team behind in terms of sports science, psychology, player care, nutrition, and analysis, and the education side of things that really come together to create this holistic programme.
Again, from the outside, it seems that you are trying to give the players the best of what they can expect in terms of what if they do progress onto first team level. You've got that analysis sort of stuff, you've got sports science and psychology and things like that. Explain how you've been able to do that and the programmes that you've been able to put in place.
So the programme's all centred around the players, and the programme in terms of all the multidisciplinary starts at under 9s. We integrate the parents where we can in terms of nutrition support, where we see that's a real important factor to try and embed their awareness and education early on. And we try and make that transition from 18s to first team as close as we can get, so we get the players used to having self-reflection, to look through analysis of opposition and their own clips, and having the S&C support with close relationships between the staff, between departments, to make sure that transition's seamless when they get the opportunity. And then further down the academy, we utilise all the resources here in the stadium and outside and all the staff to make sure that, again, when we're really delving into what the players need and what they want, and actually creating a programme that focuses on improving the players.
And working with the interns, as you've touched upon, that seems to have been a big part in being able to expand on what you can offer.
Yeah, so within each discipline or each department such, we've got a team of interns that work within that. So analysis, we've got a little link with the University of Derby that support that process. So that's working from home, being in the building, filming, player clips, opposition analysis, post-match stats that can then be compared to some of the first team players. From a nutrition point of view, Holly Brown, Zower, and there's Lily and Ellie as well from various different universities here that support from a nutrition point of view, sports science from Leeds Beckett, Sheffield Hallam, that have all come together to really drive the programme. we've got a support, Tom Mitchell, who previously worked in the academy. He's come back, so he was a lecturer at Leeds Becker University to delve into kind of psychosocial elements of coach development and really work between Charlie and Steve as head of coaching to drive the quality of the programme, really. So we've been really, really proactive. And there's one thing we can probably control is people and resources, and that's what we want to try and maximise the most to again help the players in the programme.
Probably goes a bit overlooked that obviously a lot of focus is on developing players and bringing players through, but you also want in developing your own staff, and obviously with these links with universities, develop the sort of next generation of staff as well.
And I think there's probably a big credit there of John Margetts and Craig Collins at the minute that have been up to support the first team on a regular basis, and Harry Hurst, who's moved on to another football club, had that experience with the first team as well. So there's an opportunity for staff and for players here at the club, and the quality shows in terms of what they do day in, day out. We've got a great bunch of staff. We all work together, all closely knit, and there's some that have been here for a long, long time. Stephen Andes, Steve Welsh in the departments that have had that experience higher up the pathway to give the players, again, that experience and knowledge needed, really.
You've got names that people will be familiar with in the academy as well. Paul Green, Martin Woods.
Yeah, and again, it's fantastic that we're able to have Paul Green, who supports the under-14s and the under-18s, Martin Woods, the 16s and the under-18s, John Buckley, who's, again, full of wisdom and experience that helps the programme, helps the players, and again, they're all really detailed coaches, and we want to provide the best amount of experience possible to know what it's like wearing a Doncaster Rovers shirt, and they're in a good place to do that. And the support of Mark Smith as well, who's coming in the summer as one of our part-time staff. Again, they've got a deep understanding. Lee Walshaw's our lead YDP, who again has done a great job since coming in to really drive the YDP, the 13s and 16s forward. And then again, we've had James Coppinger helping a lot on the psychology elements. So there's a real close relationship between the first team and the academy staff, and utilising all the experience in the building to just provide quality and utilising everyone and these experiences that are really, really unique. And that builds on all the work that Adam Pilgrim does down at the bottom end with the babies. And again, there's some great stuff in terms of integrating futsal, the variety and volume of the games programme, testing ourselves against some big clubs and bigger perceived academies. But actually, what we're seeing is that we're actually holding our own and we're competing, and it's not necessarily about results across the age groups around the players performing and the team performing, and we're giving them the best chance. But we compete to win. We do compete to play. We want to try and be competitive against all the clubs in all the games. But actually, there's a deeper meaning for player development within, and that's a constant of the syllabus. And again, credit to Steve Welsh, who's pulled that together and drives that on a daily basis with all the staff. So again, the quality in the building. There was a stat we did in the summer that was over 5,000 professional appearances working with the academy across all the staff. So again, the players are in safe hands here in the academy, definitely.
We'll go on to talk about what's to come in the future, but as things are at the minute, how pleased are you with the setup that you've got?
I think we're only as good as the staff that put all the effort in, and the players and all the parents that put the commitment into travelling, and again, we're a close-knit group, and for me, on a personal note, really, really pleased and proud of who we are as an academy. All the staff, they care so much around the provision that we provide. We want to see players progress, we want to see staff enthusiastic to make a difference, and I think we really are doing that, and that will continue to grow with the wider links with people who are enthusiastic, that want to wear the badge and wear it with pride, and that really reflects us as a club, the values we share as an academy, and probably the community as well, and just be that resource for the first team that we are really behind and we're really trying to help.
And supporters will not forgive me if I don't ask the question of, in terms of the next generation that are coming through, the players that hopefully one day they'll see in the red and white out there on the pitch at the Eco Power Stadium. How strong are the groups that are coming through at the moment?
Yeah, we've got some fantastic players in the age groups, and I think Sam and Willa epitomise what we do with their professional contracts and being up with the first team most days and competing day in, day out to hopefully make a difference at the top end. And their experiences and being able to go up there and cope and go and put themselves in that frame with Grant and Cliff is fantastic for us. But actually, there's a lot of work that's been gone on that way before my time. There's people here that have been here for 10, 15 years. Jimmy Speakman, one of our part-time staff, made a big influence in terms of the programme over many years. And again, that's a justification of the syllabus as a constant of how we try and play. commit to playing through the thirds, and again the syllabus is seamless in terms of how we want to try and achieve players progressing through the pathway. We've offered 6 internal scholarship offers for our under-16s, which again is great because our players have been in the system for a long time with us as a club. And also we've had recognition from England for 3 lads who've gone on the England Emerging Talent Camp earlier on in the year. Again, a brilliant experience for them, being able to wear an England shirt for the first time and just have that exposure really for us is brilliant. And then an additional player, like Frankie Morel, current under 12 players in the Welsh kind of younger camp. So again, he's in their talent ID pathway, so we're getting some international recognition there. And again, there's some amazing players coming through, and rightly or wrongly, there's also some amazing staff that provide a lot of time and commitment to helping every player, and regardless of players not making the first team, we'll really create an environment where we're driving the quality for the people to give them the best exposure and experiences to go and kick on wherever they end up. And we often talk about next steps and what's next for players, and whether that's university, whether that's other professional clubs, or there's non-league. We've got a system here that really helps personal development through Charlie, who again does a great job in terms of personal development, player care and psychology to really drive that. So again, we're in a really good place.